What's going on, YouTube? It's the God Achilles here. I'm bringing you a brand new YouTube video here today, and I know it's been a few days since I have uploaded anything, and I'm sorry about that, guys. I've been real busy streaming and working and all that, but today I do have a commentary topic for you today. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So today I'm gonna talk to you guys about
strength that takes him out.
Pretty much the key differences on this is for any Call of Duty. This goes for any Call of Duty. Suppressed weapons versus unsuppressed weapons, pros and cons, and what the stats don't actually tell you. Okay, so now most people, if you've been playing Call of Duty long enough, you know that if you like to run and gun a lot, usually a lot of the time a suppressor is the way to go, because you know you're in their spawn, you're up in their face, you don't really want them to know you're there. But I'm gonna give you guys a few pros to not having a suppressor on your weapon, and then I'll give you a few cons as well. Okay, so in Black Ops 3 or in any Call of Duty in general, this usually goes against what I personally don't like. I don't like showing up on the minimap when I fire my gun, but to be completely 100% honest, oh, sorry guys. I don't know why I'm yelling so much, maybe because I'm recording this at 2:30 in the morning. That'd probably be why. Anyway, so when you fire an unsuppressed weapon on the minimap, you show up on the minimap as a red dot, and you know people like to flock to that red dot. You know, I have a previous video telling you, you know, if you run and gun, you should probably try to stay off that as much as possible. Yes, that is true in about 95% of the scenarios. Okay, but there are a few cons to having a suppressor on your weapon, and they're pretty key ones as well. Okay, so one, like, you know, it's obvious, it reduces the range of your weapon significantly. So we'll take a weapon in Black Ops 3 like the VMP. Now the VMP can melt somebody up close even with a suppressor on. I've done it before. But then, you know, you have those medium range gunfights where, you know, your accuracy is pretty good, and like you just feel like you're just putting 7-8 bullets into somebody and they're just not dying, which I have had happen. You know, there are a few different factors, but anyway, you know, you're just putting a whole bunch of shots into them and they're just not dying. You know, if you go and test it at the same range, the gun with the suppressor that you tested and the gun without a suppressor that you test, the gun without the suppressor obviously will kill faster than the gun that's suppressed because it has more range. Well, I mean, that should be obvious, guys. You know, I'm not saying that you guys are dumb or anything by any sort of means, but when you're looking at it from a standpoint that I am, you know, I've been testing weapons, you know, I'm playing Call of Duty for a great deal long time, and you know, there for a while I was running a suppressed VMP.
Give me UAV support.
And the reason I'm making this video, sorry about that, is because the last couple days, I will admit, I was kind of struggling there to get a video for you guys. I'm not gonna lie. You know, everyone has their, you know, their off days, and you know, I just feel like I had a couple of those in a row where I was just off, man. Something wasn't off. My guns weren't killing people. My accuracy was decent, but I just wasn't killing anybody. And then, you know, I was like, you know, fuck it, I'm gonna try something different. I usually, when I run around the map like this, I don't typically run around with a gun that doesn't have a suppressor.
Enemy down.
So one of the, we'll just get into some of the pros of running a suppressor is you stay off the minimap. People typically don't hear you. People usually don't have their headsets cranked up when they're playing public matches. And you know, you
TACCOM, give me a wraith in the air.
So, you stay off the minimap, people typically don't hear you, and it allows you to run and gun with ease. You know, people, when you're shooting at somebody from behind, they won't know you're there until it's pretty much already too late. Okay. So anyway, some cons of running a suppressor. So you have reduced range, so it's going to take more bullets to kill people. You have reduced range, more bullets to kill people, and sometimes I feel like my gun just becomes way more inconsistent. Like, you know, with the VMP, if I unsuppress it, if I take the suppressor off of it, I can go in for, like, 3 shots somebody up close, okay? 3-shot them. You know, I put the suppressor on. It takes me 4 to 5 shots to kill somebody up close. By then, they could have something like the Man of War and kill me. And that's what I was trying to prove in this game, was that you can pretty much kill somebody. Like, me running, this was like my test game. Me running without a suppressor on this map. I did better in this game than I had in most of my live stream when I was running a silenced VMP. You know, I was still holding, like, you know, most of the time a positive KD. I was just like, man, what is happening? Like, I know I'm not bad at the game, and it's that. It was the suppressor was that big of a deal. I took the suppressor off, threw on the Man of War, and I just started demolishing, dude. Like, I was like 2 to 3 shotting people, and that was the biggest thing. So what do I prefer? Okay, so for the longest time, you know, I had this mindset I wasn't gonna run a suppressor. You know, there were some guns, you know, on like MW3 and all that I would run a suppressor on, but most of the time I didn't. Okay, so like the MP7 was one of them, and that was a gun that if you threw a suppressor on it, it was a laser beam. It didn't move. I mean, you could do it was a laser beam with or without the suppressor, but it was just became more of a laser beam if you had a suppressor. So, and then from midpoint MW3 on, I just didn't care. I was just loud and proud. You know, no suppressors, no nothing like that. Just loud and proud. And, you know, there's a lot of ways that I actually learned to play around not using a suppressor that actually worked to my advantage. And I think that's another thing that I wasn't doing, is I wasn't like playing tactic, I guess you could say. Because, you know, there's one way that I can bait people without a suppressor. You know, I can shoot at them, kill their buddy, hear the dude coming around the corner, he thinks I'm still there, run around the corner, lay down, and I get a 2-piece. You know, there are just ways that you have to learn to play without a suppressor, and I honestly think that sometimes, a lot of the time, for me anyway, a suppressor didn't necessarily hinder my gameplay, but there, you know, I understand a lot of the time, you know, I was getting BS. Like, you know, that guy shouldn't have killed me. I just put like 7 shots in him.
Rolling thunder deployed.
And then I look at him, just like, I have a suppressor, that's why. I could have the exact same scenario come up and not have a suppressor on, and it would probably end up in my favor. But, you know, that's pretty much where I stand. Like, I almost want to say that I just don't want to run a suppressor, but that's not 100% fact. You know, the VMP with a suppressor still is good. It's just, I almost would rather have just a VMP with quick draw and foregrip to help reduce the recoil. So, my final standing on whether you should run a suppressor or not when you're running and gunning, it's all situational. I would definitely have 2 different classes set up just in case the suppressor, like, you're getting BS'd and you need to not have a suppressor on. But anyway, guys, 23 and 6 today for this gameplay. The Man of War is just my gun, and no wonder it's my deadliest gun. I think I have like 3,000 kills with the gun or something. But if you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Please be sure to follow me on Twitter at Gage_Achilles. It'll be down in the description below. Please be sure to go ahead and check out my live stream at twitch.tv/TheGodAchilles. I am live almost every single day that I possibly can, streaming Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and the new one when it comes out. I don't like Infinite Warfare because it's butthole. Let's be honest here. Anyway, there goes. Take it easy. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys back here later this week. YouTube, this was The God Achilles. I'm out. Peace.